Video time. It is 6:04 on Valentine's Day, 2025. Friday, February 14th. Uh, you guys know me, and if you don't, my name is Sean with an H and a W. LaValle. Being told to make another video. I gotta do it right this time. I gotta say the right thing. I didn't know what to say last time. I was kind of messed up. I haven't quit. I haven't stopped. I've binged a couple times since I've been out of jail. Would have been a month on the 9th. Yeah. I went by rather quick. 28 days in jail felt like a fucking year. I hope I don't get censored for that because I'm not editing this video. I have to say things, let things out before I can move forward, before I can move into my new timeline. There's still negative energy I can't shake. Negative people I can't get rid of. They still have an attachment that I can't cut until the cycle that I thought that I was being told, it felt like, I guess there's multiple cycles that have been broken, so this cycle is not done. And it won't be done until the truth comes out. And I don't even know what the truth is. I'm just going to tell you what I know so far. What information little birdie's been giving me. By little birdie, it's a little... It's not a voice. It's just a thought that pops into your head and in your gut. In not maybe in your solar plex, maybe even in your heart. You just know that's correct. The pieces fit, and then you start coming up with new scenarios that are just it's correct, and you know that to be the truth. And this is what intuition is. Wisdom is being able to use that intuition, tap into the intuition and wisely act on it. To be able to do that, you have to be tapped in constantly. Follow your heart, follow what your soul is telling you to do. Even if it's hard. I can feel a lump in my throat right now. I don't know if it's me doing that or some karmic energy from a past life or even currently being cast in my direction. And fucking Tracy Bortz is this ringleader. I don't know what the fuck's going on. There's some kind of fraud thing going on with my name. I was supposed to die. I don't know what the hell that was. Sorry. Yeah. The narrative. This fucking narrative of my past. Yeah. They're trying to hide it from me. They're blocking my intuition. They're blocking... They don't want the truth known. They're working with my niece. I knew she was getting into the Wiccan, or the Wicca. That kitchen witch magic doesn't work. Not when you have faith. Plus, I've been told that you've been stripped of everything. Tracy Bortz Seaworth, Tracy Lynn on Facebook. And there's a secret with a little cousin. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Some kind of thing they're hiding. I guess I was supposed to die. I don't know. All I know is the LaValle family is a family of witches. I didn't even know this shit was so prevalent. It's all over. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's in on it. I had no idea this is the way the world works. I was so clued out. I'm still like coming to these realizations like everybody fucking knew. And all I had was my faith. My faith in the future. My faith that shit would work out just because I knew it would. I had no idea where it came from. Fuck, I turned my back on God. And by the way, it's not like a malevolent being that has favor over one person because of something divine. We all have these abilities within us. You have to live a life of decency, at least. Decency for your fellow man. Don't be a fucking crab in the bucket. Somebody wins the lottery, you can't be like, oh, that should have been me. Why does that bitch get to have that? Everybody's a fucking crab. Trapped in their own fucking bucket. They think we're isolated, that everybody around them's competition. And when you start thinking competition, then you're fucking, everybody's your adversary. Who's your friend? Who do you see as a fucking friend? You don't. Even your friends aren't your friends. It's like no honor amongst thieves. I'm kind of rambling. I didn't want to talk about this because I need to break this fucking thing that's burdening me. It's a fucking burden. I can feel it. I can't let go of it. And it's the fact that I guess this family has a history of molestation and rape amongst themselves, like amongst each other. And I guess, well, I was a participant. They wanted me to become a part of it so they could steal my destiny and rearrange the stars in their favor at the expense of my death. And yeah, I believed I was a participant. This is the thing. They had me believe that I was an alcoholic who blacked out and doesn't know what he does, doesn't know what he says. When he's drunk, becomes Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I was an alcoholic who had anger issues, who molested little kids. My cousin. I thought I molested my cousin. Well, I don't know. And this is the thing. Like, I've come to forgive myself because I can't. What's done in the past does not define who I am today or who I want to be. And I can't dwell on that fact that I did that, because it's in the past, and I came out with it. I asked for forgiveness, and I said, even if they can't forgive me, I still have love for them, but I have to move on, and I have to move forward with it, and I have to apologize before I can do that. So I thought I was able to get rid of this burden, but I guess I guess not, because people are still stuck on it, and I don't know if it's because they want vindication for that or what's going on. If they want justice for that, I will go to jail if that's what they want for past molestation. But I can't hold on to this anymore. I can't have this running in my head anymore. That's the past. It's not who I am. It's not who I'm. It's not who I. It's never who I was. And this is the thing. I don't want to sound like I'm brushing it off and putting what I did, if I even did it, this horrible act, this idea that has been planted in my brain. So I don't know. But I'm going to have to start this from the beginning, because I have to explain how this works as I understand it. I don't know how many people need to know this, but you need to wake up, because we're living in a fucking world that has a mind control. And if you're not in on this mind control, if you're not part of the hive mind that they have, if you're not born into that, I don't know how you get into that. I don't even know. But you're targeted. I think it might be only people that have this energy about them, and these fucking vampires that can't generate their own energy because they've lost touch with Source, God. They have to steal it off other people, take their positivity, like curse their blessings and try to shape shift into their identities. I had no idea it went that deep. Like, it's all just mind. It's all just thoughts. That's all it is. It's just ideas planted in your head, but we all have the ability to implant those thoughts. If we think about them hard enough and project them, hold that person in our mind and project it, because our thoughts are created for real, but not in the physical. They're created in another plane of existence. So the physical stuff that we see, here exists in this astral plane, but it exists on a higher vibration, and the molecules are spread farther apart. So the astral plane is actually here right now, but it's over top of this, and we can't see it because we have a veil called the Matrix placed over us. A lot of people have blockages, just mental blockages, because we forgot our divinity. We forgot how to connect with Source. How you connect with Source is sitting by yourself and becoming one with yourself again. You have to turn inwardly, speak with yourself again. So when you speak with yourself, you're speaking with God, the universe. You're speaking with Source. You're speaking with your higher self. I don't know how to explain it. It's still new to me. Anyway, starting from the beginning. Memories. All we have are memories. And right now. Like, I call it, or I guess it's called the now moment, where you aren't this. You aren't this physical thing. You aren't the mind looking out. You aren't your thoughts either. And a lot of your thoughts, believe it or not, are other energies. You're picking up on other things. Like, if you get suicidal thoughts or these depressing thoughts, and you're going, oh man, where am I getting that from? Like, if you know it's not you, you're picking up on something, or somebody's projecting it on you, casting negativity. They're casting spells. It's very easy. This witchcraft isn't even... It's all a mental game, because the universe is mind and all is mental. It's the first law of hermetics, hermetism, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, memories. Your thoughts are powerful energies that they manifest. And if you put enough emotion into it, you can manifest it into the physical plane. You see, you have our lower plane, the physical plane. Then we have the astral plane. But before that, you have an etheric plane. The etheric plane is where your body and your chakras reside. Then you have the astral plane. The astral plane is the mind. And then you have a higher astral plane. You have a lower, middle, and a higher astral plane. And then you go into the mental. And once you gain enough consciousness, insight, it's a belief in yourself. It's just a total and utter faith. And you have no other way of feeling except for, like, love. And it's not the kind of love like the love for your romantic partner or anything like that. Sorry. My lips are sticking to my teeth. I shouldn't have smoked weed. I'm not on meth though. Or jib. Even though I haven't quit. I'm not addicted to it. Not like smoking. I gotta drop that. By the end of the month, I'm gonna be smoke free. I will be smoke free. I'm not touching it anymore. Your body's your temple, and I have some health issues that I have to address. But before I can do that, I have to get some things figured out and off my chest. Anyway, sorry, I keep rambling. Memories. So your past and the past that exists in the minds of other people that know you. That's all it is. So how do I want to put this? It's just an interpretation, your own interpretation of what happened, but it wasn't reality. And every time you remember that memory, it changes. You change it. So it changes for real in the astral. And every time you recall that, it changes again, it changes again. So your recollection is never going to be the same as anybody else's. If you think about like a car accident or something like that, and you guys all do like an eyewitness, everybody's story is going to be different. You all seen something different because it's relative. And not only that, it's everybody's realities are the perspective of the expectation that we have programmed in our subconscious. And it happens that way. So real reality is not, everybody's reality isn't the same. There isn't one reality that everybody's experiencing that, okay, like somebody like God, for instance, he would even have a different perspective of the car accident. But God would also see all 5 eyewitness testimonies and say those are all true as well. Even though they're all different, they all seen something else. Because it's all an interpretation of their expectations and the emotions that they have. And how they tied those emotions to that moment. So your past, whatever you have done in your past, it doesn't even how bad it is. Like honestly, once you acknowledge that, like say, okay, they say that you have to apologize to everybody and make amends to everybody. That's bullshit. It's not true. You have to make amends with yourself. And you have to acknowledge what you did. So just imagine people died and you have this guilt on you. Like say you started a fire, you know it was you and you didn't mean to, but it happened anyway and everybody died. Now you have to make amends. You have to say sorry. Who are you going to fucking say sorry to? The firefighter, all that shit? Because everybody died, right? That's bullshit. If you need to apologize to somebody, because the energy's out there. So if you hurt somebody, you have to apologize to that person. You have to. You have to make amends for the good of them and for the good of yourself. Now, what you have to do, even if they can't accept your apology, you have to be as authentic in your apology as possible. And how you do that is vulnerability. You have to mean your apology. You have to be sorry. And even if they say, fuck you, I don't accept your apology, you'll never get forgiveness from me. You say, well, that's your problem because I forgive myself. I have to move on from this. It's a horrible thing I did, but what can I do? Like, now is now, and I'm moving forward. This burden is holding me back. And then once you start standing in that authenticity in your truth, and standing in the now, clear your mind and think about the future. Think about what you want. What excites you? Where do you go from there? What do you want to do next? How do you move forward? How, for the greater good of you, the future, and the world, I guess, if that's what you want to do. Because once you stop doing things for yourself, I don't know how to put that though, because you have to start loving yourself. You can't just give it away. Like, I used to just give it away. I still kind of just give it away, even if it breaks me, you know. Just constantly give, and it's not supposed to be like that. You have to give to yourself first, and make sure yourself, you have your securities and what makes you happy first before you start giving to others. But sorry, I'm rambling again. Where was I? Oh, standing in the now moment. Once you can forgive yourself, because there's no point in kicking yourself in the ass. It's only you bringing up that past. If they keep bringing up that past, you need to get away from them. Sever everything that does not serve you, that's holding you back. If they keep reminding you of this, and it doesn't have to happen, you want to forget about it, then you have to leave. You have to get away from that and leave. If they won't let you, then you have to confront it. You have to confront them. Say, what can be done? What do you want done? Do you want justice? Because I've already given you an apology, and if an apology isn't acceptable, what kind of justice are you asking? And I will take the punishment that makes you happy, that makes you satisfied, so we can both move on from this and forget about it. This is how it needs to be done. So, this is what I'm saying. The past doesn't necessarily it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist no longer. What you did only exists in the mind now. So the past exists in the mind. And until you can move on, forgive yourself and move on from that, which is actually the definition of repentance of sin. Don't do it again though, and move on. You've learned from, you've done a mistake, you've acknowledged it, you've accepted. You've allowed it, you've accepted it, and now you want to release it and move on, because that doesn't define you. Your past doesn't define you. And yeah. So everybody, you're wondering how I'm doing things. How am I so happy? How am I so optimistic? That's how I'm optimistic. I know who I am. And I didn't let that define me. And I had to figure out, like, what the hell am I doing about this? Like, I know I did wrong, but how do I don't feel like I should be punished for it? Because, okay, here, talking about molesting my little cousin. Now, I did it. When I was a teenager, I did it. I was confused. I I thought I was gay. No, I don't know. I had ideas implanted into my brain. Actually, I had people come into my life, and I have memories of being molested by men. But when it happened at the time, I guess I liked it and really didn't care. I kind of grew up with a friend in high school that we did pretty gay things. Never admitted it, never acted like we were gay. I don't think anybody even would have assumed. Doesn't matter. Not calling anybody out, and I hope, yeah, whatever. I've moved on from my past. I'm moving into a different timeline anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Before I can do that, I have to end a cycle here, and this is the only way I feel I can do it, because my soul told me this is the right thing. So anyway, my past, yeah, how I became a child molester. Oh, right. So I was molested. I think. Now, I don't even know, because it's our memories, and we're actually recreated every time. Every time we go to sleep and every time we wake up, this physical fucking, our room and everything out there, it's already been deconstructed and reconstructed. It gets reconstructed when our consciousness is focused on it again. So the past that we had, whatever we think happened yesterday, is long gone. It's gone. That energy has been transmuted. It's changed. Everything is energy, and it's constantly changing. And so anyway, yesterday, whatever you did yesterday, you might as well release it. Release that thought. Release the memory. It doesn't matter. Whatever you did, doesn't matter. Move on. Live in the now, and that's the way to go. So anyway, how I became a child molester. Yeah, growing up, I thought I was gay, and I don't know why I had this urge to do that to my cousin, but she was young. I didn't think she would remember anything, and I didn't hurt her. I didn't do anything like violating. I was inspecting, and I think I licked her down when she was a little baby, and after I wiped her off, because I was curious, and I didn't think she would remember. But I'm sorry that she did. And the way it came out, though, it didn't feel right. And I felt guilty, but I didn't. Because she acted like it was, I don't know. It happened during the Me Too movement, and it was just like, yeah, like she just she came out with it in a room with us, and honestly, I didn't even realize it at the time. Like, in that moment, I didn't even realize it. This is my memory. And it was in Aunt Sue's room when my Aunt Sue was on her deathbed, basically. That was her deathbed. And we're all in there. It was after Amber's funeral. And she came out with it, and I didn't think anything of it. I was thinking she was talking about her fucking brothers. Mark LaValle, her daddy cousin. Tracy is like second or third cousins to Mark. That's the reason why they changed their name to LaValle with a small V and a double E. So they're ashamed of that aspect. So I don't know how many people fucking know that. Summer's like I don't want to put her down. I can't do that. I'd call her out, but I already did, and I'm not editing this video, but hell, she didn't even say her first word until she was 6. 5 or 6. Cousins like that are kind of close. Anyway. So, that's a secret that probably had to come out. And, yeah. So, that happened, and I don't know why I did it, but it happened, and it happened before to somebody else, and I'm not going to say who. I don't even know if I did it to anybody else. And if I did, I hope you don't have any bad memories or any kind of resentment. And I did it when I was drunk too, and that's no excuse. But it makes it almost unreal. I don't know how. I feel bad because I hurt somebody, and I don't intend on hurting anybody in this lifetime. I never did. And at the same time, I know, like, that's not me. That's never me. Like, that, it almost seems like it was a pre-recorded memory that was implanted in my head, and I'm taking it as reality that happened in the past. And these people actually really exist that molested me, and I held resentment to them for a bit. Only for confusing me, taking advantage of me, manipulating me the way I'm manipulated. Yeah. And I'm sorry I manipulated you. But I hope any weird feelings, I hope we can talk if there's anything I can do. If there's anything. But, yeah. I have to move on. And I'm not gonna worry about future repercussions. I'm not gonna worry about anything like that, because I've made amends, and I believe for you to drag this out the way you are, or the way it's being dragged out, this is a malicious intent that I don't deserve. And I deserve to be set free from this. I deserve to be moving on with my life as the person I am, as the person I've always wanted to be, but had it in my head that I was a monster, living with my mom without a job, no good, alcoholic, fuck, meth head. Look at my face. I think that's from glamour spells being cast my way. Because I quit meth for quite some time there, and this still didn't go away, but I used to think that was from the meth. Smoking's a big thing. That's the hardest thing. Everybody needs to get off smoking. If there's any burdens that you can get rid of, that you physically know you can get rid of, it's all just a mind thing. Just get rid of that. And once you get rid of that, I think I'll be totally set free from my past. Guaranteed. But this is keeping me stuck. And I can feel stuck. I feel the burden. I feel it holding me back. And I feel guilty still. And I shouldn't. And I know for a fact, if they were gonna if they were gonna do something about this, and it was such a big injustice to their life, they would have called the cops. And I would have accepted my fate that way. I don't see why they didn't. But I honestly don't think it was real, because they hated me all my life. They were setting me up. They had my narrative set for me to die a long time ago, actually. Yeah, I kiboshed that. I'm thinking this video is kiboshing their plan that they so dearly want to hold on to. Last resort. They're taking their secrets to the grave. No, not anymore. Hope this video gets out to enough people before they die. I honestly don't want them to die. I want them to live long lives and watch me rise up into the person that I always knew I was. I thought they loved me. But I guess I am a Lavali, so this is my curse as well. I don't understand how reincarnation works. I'm still getting this spirituality thing. But, yeah, this is a cycle that is going to get broke this time. And it's because of me, because I can't live with this. I can't live with the person that I'm being defined as today, because I let go of that person a long time ago. Person here and now, and who is moving forward with his future, is the great healer, the great magician, the emperor, the empress, the Queen of Pentacles, your divine feminine, who has finally found peace with his divine masculine, I think. This is also something that I'm pulling together. This is where the yin and yang come in. You have to pull you have to get your dark and your light to come together and accept each other. This is what I'm doing right now. So, Tracy Bortz, Seaguller, Tracy Lynn, I hope this message gets to you. I'll tag you. You'll know. Fucking your witchery has been kiboshed. I know you feel it. Actually, you don't. You're going through a psychosis right now. You're not even seeing reality for what it is anymore. You think you have the illusion that you see is what everybody else sees, but people are seeing you for who you are. Your mask is falling off. And Summer, you might be an innocent pawn in this. You might be involved with evil intent as well. I don't really care whose position or what. People don't have to worry about what position you played in my betrayal, because I forgive you. I don't care who you are, what you did. Mom, I love you. I would never hurt you. Me threatening you like that, it was never. It was just a shallow threat. But I wanted you to feel scared because I wanted you to stop. I thought it was you that was casting the spells. You wanted them to stop. I thought you were Tracy. I thought you were doing that shit. I'm sorry. Some truths have to come out, and you have to tell me who the fuck I am and what the hell is going on here. What's what, who's who. Is Tracy my mother? Mickey, are you my mother? It's gonna come to me sooner or later, but I want to hear it from you guys. This shit's over, and I hope your souls can mend. You guys are walking around with gaping fucking wounds. I don't know what kind of demons you have attached, but you guys aren't. You have some negativity that you need to release yourselves from, and I hope you learn that it's a demon. Your hatred, your jealousy is a demon. It's not you. It's not who you are. That's a demon. That's something dark that you have to release yourself from. And only you can do it. It's called shadow work. You guys are going to be having some tower moments. Dark night of the soul. But embrace it. Acknowledge who you are. Accept it. Forgive. Release. And move on. Don't forget about it. You don't have to. You don't have to bury it. But feel like you're set free from it. And it shouldn't come into your mind again. It doesn't belong there because that's not who you are anymore. So it shouldn't come back. So yeah, that's how I came through this all. And I'm becoming the wizard that I always thought I was. Honestly, I never thought I was Jesus. Even though I should have. Because the fucking hints were all there. Even my family. I remember it was only a few years ago. And we were all together in there and I had long hair. Somebody made a comment about Jesus. And I heard a couple. I honestly didn't think nothing of it. I didn't want to get an ego head. Even though I did kind of think I looked like Jesus at the time. I had a goatee, long hair. I haven't showered in a couple days, but still the same fucking clothes. Been wearing since I got out of jail, but whatever. Shit's looking up now. I can actually move into my blessing. Because I deserve it and I know I do. And I'm relinquishing this fucking burden. And I am exposing this bullshit for what it is. And it's going to come out. Now maybe I can get my fucking inheritance. Actually, I think it's spiritual inheritance anyway. But there's some fucking fraud going on in my name, and I think there's some insurance money that's coming my way. I don't know, it's still being blocked. They're not letting go of that, but it's out now, and I know. And I'm still alive, so whatever insurance claim, life insurance claim that they had, I never signed no life insurance claim, and I'm not dead. So I still have a lot of shit I gotta do. I gotta get my past bills paid off, and I want to change my name. That's a kerfuffle I've hated all my life. I'm still going to be Sean, but it's not going to be with an H and a W. We'll talk about that later. Right now, I'm in the moment, living as Sean LaValle, and acknowledging and asking for forgiveness from anybody who sees this and wants my forgiveness. I'll look directly into the camera, and I hope you feel this in your heart of hearts. Use discernment and feel that I am sorry. And I love you. If I could take back your hurt, that's what I'm trying to do now, if you allow me. And your resentment. And if you can't, I can't let that hold me back. I am truly sorry. But I forgive myself. And I hope that someday you can too. I have to love me now, so I can love you guys. I'm going to wonder what that looks like, looking right into the camera. So yeah, feel it. I have a hard time loving, so I don't know if this whole constant hold love in your heart and all this bullshit, I don't know. All I'm doing is I'm vibing on a higher frequency. And the way you do that is forgiveness and love for yourself. You don't have to. I don't care what anybody thinks anymore. I don't care if they give me a stinky eye. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters is what I think now. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. All that matters is what I think in the now, and how I feel about the future and where I'm going next. The only way you can do that is stay tapped into Source, into God. You got to have a love in your heart, which is a forgiveness for yourself. You got to walk in your authenticity and embrace the moment to moment with the person you love. That's you. And yeah, you want to know my secret? That's my fucking secret. If you want me to get detailed, I can get detailed. You want to know anything else? I'll tell you. Because we're all supposed to reach a level we never thought we could before. We're all supposed to strive for this. We're not supposed to give up on this life. I'm here to show you what is possible, what you're capable of. Because if I can do it in this lifetime, so can you. I'm not special. I'm nothing special. I guess I do have a soul in me that is divine, and I chose this life. I chose this family. I chose the scenarios I chose everything. Every sin that I did, I decided the situations that I was in, and my choices in those moments. And I chose everything. And now I guess I'm choosing this moment. And I had already decided this moment even before I chose this body. And yeah, so I don't know. If you you could please pass this on, that would be very, very helpful, because I need them to realize that it's over and I'm moving up. No, just kidding. I'm moving on. There really is no up. It's just a higher vibration. It all exists at the same time. I can get into it deeper later when I make another video. Let me know in the comments what you want to know. I'll let you know. I'm going to try to do a YouTube video. I don't know how to do this. I would like to do some live shit. Talk to you guys live, like one-on-one, but I don't know. Whatever, throw your ideas in the comments, and I'm going to see what I can do. But in the meantime, I'm going to post this on Instagram. I think it's Sean LaValle 86. I think. Or not Instagram, TikTok. I'm going to post this on Facebook, and I'm going to post this on YouTube. And YouTube is at Chosen Sean, S-H-A, or S-H-O-N-E, past tense to shine, Sean. And yeah, that's my channel, Chosen Sean, on YouTube. So yeah, thank you for your time and consideration, because attention is energy, and you just spent it on me, and I appreciate it. Feel my graciousness, and know that my faith in humanity has been restored, in all of humanity. So I want to see everybody eventually awaken. One love.